What does the governor say in that page?
She states that Ian Ujinga, sponsored by DG, I'm issuing last warning. I don't entertain useless threats. My 15 years in politics have never seen such childishness and ukumbafu.
The next message.
Walinipea 6K, the entire constituency, and DG kituo yake, I was the last. Wanaongea nini sasa?
The next.
You want to eat what you never labored for. It's a curse.
Next.
Sunday was from Imenti, Tony from Imenti, Jordan from Imenti, and many others. Mbona sikusikia community issue, kuweka jina kwa ballot ni kazi. Watu wanatumiwa vibaya na hata wenye wanatumia vibaya hawawezi kukupea even elected MCA.
We could go on and on, Mawere. I think the point is made. Mr. Speaker, I request we play a video in which Nchamba Mbithe is seen on television saying some things about the DG. I believe it is video number 3A in support of count 3. The translation of that video is in page 447, Mr. Speaker, or volume 2.
Gintu kiria mutuma kuthithia gintu kiria ntenda kuga kinya no tuimbije baitene thairwa iri national ithi kerina to babingi nationally mutumaga kumira thani ira kurira bwana Peter.
Ajuge wi migambo enchamba ntinda.
It can be paused, Mr. Speaker, so that I ask the question. On the screen, which TV station is airing this show?
It's Vita TV.
Is that a TV station associated with the governor?
Yes, it is owned by our proxies.
Does Nchamba Mbithe in that clip confirm that this TV has national viewership?
Yes, he confirms.
He confirms it's a national television?
Yes.
Who is Nchamba Mbithe in that video?
The Chief of Staff to the Governor.
Which side is he from the video?
Sorry?
Perhaps the video can be run so that I ask the question. It can be rerun. I want you to identify to Mr. Speaker who is Nchamba Mbithe in this video.
Ntenda kuga kinya no tuimbije baitene thairwa iri national ithi kerina to babingi nationally mutumaga kumira thani ira kurira bwana Peter.
It can be paused. That's the Chief of Staff on national television, and the transcript is at page 447. In summary, sir, what was Nchamba Mbithe saying on national television about the deputy governor?
In translation, he says, what Mutuma is doing is something I would not want to say here because I know Baita TV as a national audience. Mutuma is defecating on the plate from which he feeds. And Mutuma here is in reference to the deputy governor.
Can you confirm this show happened after the previous impeachment motion, which had a count on unnecessary aggression and vilification of other leaders?
I confirm.
Let's play video number 3B, Mr. Speaker. It's a fairly long video, but we'll crave your leave to play it, Mr. Speaker, because it helps the Senate understand whether indeed the governor is this meek, humble person who is the foremost peacemaker. And if you permit, I can put some of the questions as it plays, Mr. Speaker. We are on count 3. Mr. Speaker.
So they can pause and then you proceed
Yes.
to put the question.
Maybe it can be reversed a little. The transcript of this video is at pages 251 to 252 of our volume 2. Who is the person dancing behind the guy with the guitar?
She's the governor of Meru, Her Excellency Governor Mwangaza.
And who is the person playing the guitar?
That is the first gentleman of Meru County government, or simply the spouse to the governor of Meru County.
So, Mr. Speaker, now the volume can be increased so that you hear the lyrics. Then I can put my next series of questions. The volume is low, Mr. Speaker. We might not hear the lyrics. From that screen, Mr. Mawira, where is this rally being held?
At Kiotine.
Where is Kiotine?
Kiotine is in Egembe.
Is that near the DG's home?
Yes, near Maua.
When was this event held?
On the 28th of August, 2023.
Is that before or after the procession the governor is offering to explain our belligerence towards the deputy governor and the other leaders?
Before.
It was before.
Yes.
So does that explanation of us and the video was shown earlier on offer a valid answer to the charge for vilifying other leaders in the DG?
It does.
Who are these people described in that song as Wenyewivu?
There is the DG and other elected and other leaders from Meru County.
Does that musical performance talk about the previous impeachment proceedings, the lyrics?
It does.
Those lyrics, do they show a person who learned anything from the previous impeachment?
I can state that it doesn't.
Do they show a recalcitrant or a repentant person as far as the previous impeachment is concerned?
It doesn't.
Do the lyrics accuse other leaders of plotting to kill Governor Kawira Mwangaza?
They do.
Would you expect this to be a potential breach of the peace when other leaders are being accused of plotting to kill the governor?
Of course, yes.
To the best of your knowledge, has the governor ever reported any threats to her life in any police station?
I'm not aware of any.
Do those lyrics say that the other leaders want Kawira to assist them to embezzle public funds?
They do.
Is that a fair allegation to make of other elected leaders without good basis?
It isn't fair.
Does that video say that the other elected leaders don't want Kawira to assist the weak and vulnerable, described as Wanyonge in the lyrics?
They state so.
Please confirm that this musical performance is happening in an Okole rally.
It is, I confirm.
The branding clearly indicates.
Yes.
Does the governor appear dancing to that music and even gesticulating when you weave Wajinyonge with fingers showing how the other leaders should be beheaded or behead themselves?
Yes, she does enjoy and dance to the music and also demonstrate how the Wanyawivu should nyonga themselves.
In your view, sir, can the governor honestly and in good conscience dissociate herself from this musical performance because they were utterances of her spouse?
She can't.
Should governors be allowed to vilify other leaders this way through their spouses so that if they ask, they say it wasn't me, it was someone else?
They shouldn't.
Do the lyrics describe the other elected leaders as having shaitani or demons? Did we hear from the lyrics the other leaders being described as having shaitani?
Yes, we had.
Is this video, sir, consistent with the narrative of foremost peacemaker in Meru County,
It isn't.
who can't hurt a fly. She is the victim of some scheming, to use her own word, some scheming by the DG to take power through the back door.
It is inconsistent.
Does this video accuse other leaders of wanting to embezzle money meant for building roads in Meru?
It does.
Bonamawere, do you know any reason, and you're on oath, that would entitle the governor to hold this type of music performance?
Sorry, come again?
Do you know any justification the governor would have for vilifying other leaders in the manner we have seen in that musical performance?
I wouldn't know why the governor would go to that extent of vilifying and inciting the public against other leaders from Meru County.
The crowds we saw in that video, is it a small or big crowd?
It's a big crowd.
To the best of your knowledge, how often does the governor hold such rallies?
They are held almost every Sunday. Almost every Sunday, that is in the disguise of helping the needy. But I can confirm those rallies are held generally to vilify and demean and incite the public against other leaders in Meru.
Mr. Speaker, I request we play video number 3C in support of count number 3. The transcript of video number 3C, which we're about to play, is at page 448 of volume 2. No, we don't have a transcript. This one is in Swahili, Mr. Speaker, so it doesn't require a transcript because Swahili is our official language, or other national language. Let's play the video.
Na tunasema hivi tukiwa na mahasras wenzangu ya kwamba Meru County haitatekwa nyara na makatero 10 ambao wanafikiria Meru County. Watu 10 viongozi ambao wanalipa mshahara wa 1 million ama 500 and above hawawezi ku make decision ya kwamba Meru iko katika shimo, whereas we know shida yao ni yao wenyewe binafsi, tumbo zao. Tunakuomba ufungue Meru siku ya leo, Mheshimiwa Rais. Na kuna watu hawajakubali gavana ni mama. Kuna watu hawajakubali gavana ni mama. Kama vile kuna watu huko juu ambao hawajakubali rais wetu alishauriwa. Hawaamini ya kwamba mtoto ambaye alikuwa anatengeneza makuku ama a simple person ambaye alitoka vijijini anaweza kuwa rais. Na wanamsumbua kwa sababu bado hawajaamini kama president wetu Ruto ni rais pamoja na naibu wake. Hivyo ndivyo ilivyo Meru. Kuna matajiri na viongozi wachache ambao hawajaamini ya kwamba walipoteza katika kura ambazo zilipita. Ni vizuri wajipange na waelewe ya kwamba Meru iko na kiongozi, na kiongozi ni gavana ni. Asante sana Mheshimiwa Rais, nachukua hii nafasi.
Mr. Karia, to the best of your knowledge, what occasion was this when these utterances were made?
This was a prayer rally attended by the President of the Republic and the Deputy in Lare, that is in Igembe North.
To the best of your knowledge, why did the President and the Deputy organize this trip to Meru?
Sorry?
Would you know the motivation why the President and the Deputy traveled to Meru for this function?
It was a Thanksgiving prayer rally, and also to come and also try to reconcile the leaders of Meru, especially the governor and the deputy governor.
Did this occasion occur before or after the previous impeachment?
After the previous impeachment process.
And that's why the deputy president and the president spearheaded the reconciliation effort, isn't it?
Yes, I can confirm.
So you're confirming the problem in Meru has been addressed to the Council of Governors, to the Senate, all those people you counted, and not even the president himself.
I confirm.
Has that, all these interventions, have they restored sanity in Meru County?
They have not. We are stagnated at one point.
Do you expect speakers in a presidential function to speak in a dignified way about other leaders?
Yes, it is expected.
Did we hear the governor talk about Katel Kumi in this presidential function?
She did.
In the understanding of the ordinary Meru citizen, who are the people she was calling Katel Kumi?
The elected members of parliament and the woman representative of Meru.
Did you hear call these people before the President of the Republic, Makatel?
She did, and stated that it's people who earn 500,000 and above, and also to 1 million Kenya shillings.
Did she also say these are people who only care about their stomachs?
Yes, she did.
Would those be utterances that connote a governor that is peace-loving, that has learned from the previous impeachment process, and is just a victim?
They shouldn't.
Let's play video number 3C, or rather 3D, Mr. Speaker. And as I seek your...
Council, just to remind you
Yes.
that you have 1 hour to go, and bear in mind you have more witnesses to call. The time that is utilized by the senators, that cannot be part of the 4 hours. So out of the 4 hours so far, you have 1 hour to go.
Mr. Speaker, does that include the time taken by my counterparts to cross-examine my witnesses? Because they took actually more time cross-examining the other witness than we.
Well, that's still within your 4 hours, just like you will be doing when their time comes.
I'll try to do my best, Mr. Speaker, but I also crave for your indulgence. It is because of my consciousness as to time that I'm taking more time with these witnesses, just in case I'm not able to call all the 6. Let's play video number 3D, and Mr. Speaker, I know we expunged. This is the video that inspired the allegory that was misunderstood. The transcript of this video is at page 448 to 449 of volume 2. Let's proceed.
Tusema na ili hapo kienine. Bwana asifiwe. Na ndi nyambo kama tio kavuyo kama utaneze. Kama tako impeachment ya vivi hapa. Wewe bia diderie. Ta kama aliganiria kwamba mbantu kwera bonchuria kalivale. Banchuria ndale la medo bichadira. Mukama tio kavuyo akamba mbaka kobia umaleta. Pena kiangala kengine kwa kaije kama koroga. Mulungu abalinga 20-0. Na ndiba okanebeje tuekuja tuteku. Ai kedrere ndare akobia kakana patato makiria roda indi da dirikare. Wewe batwera. Na tulienda 2027 ngogeche mtu chiarie.
Mr. Mawere, what is the governor talking about in that video?
The previous impeachment process.
What is she saying about the previous impeachment process?
That there is nothing that was done to her even after the county assembly impeached her and took her to the Senate.
That nothing happened to her even after?
She was impeached by the county assembly and brought to the Senate. Nothing happened to her, nothing was done to her.
So, Mr. Speaker, that's how my allegory was born, but we can see the last video, 3E.
Vimenti kana no tarwe na ro tarwe utai kamisema nyonwe tano mkobu ndingete metema nyo 36 ndene sa vimenti na go ya dada antora kama na u weja kando kama konginye de bejeo bejone koena musama jeraniga kenda ntumuro ndelo barelo kai kumera kwa kontinye tesai otora nyo sai keba Dioro katore na ipete tenge mawira no mbera karugure ndo basendereka kwawe inabare kwena speaker masinesi ya 400 mekera gitage ko speed ya 20 okay ja kudekenya masinesi njaro na kera gita kila tueka kenda re mpatu kimbeje bantu ya watu rampao okabeka ni ya mimi ga tueka na mbele ina ga tueka na Bwana asifiwe. Tutaweka nenge kila kita na mazidensi. Speed hiyo mwanya muno. Na yeye tuweka na mwaka sauti ikaibwa. Ukaibwa sauti iko alia. Na hiyo ukubwa tena bakabuliwa. Na ina ungere ntuko yenge tole alia. Ndaunga na tio giki nene.
We can pause it in the interest of time, Mr. Speaker, now that I'm guided by your... Mr. Mawira, what was the governor doing as per this video?
She was vilifying the elected member of parliament for South Imenti, as well as other members of parliament from Meru.
To your best of your knowledge, sir, is there any overlap between the duties of governor and those of MPs and the senator so that the governor is constantly inciting the public against? Is there any conflict of duty or interest? Don't they have very different duties?
They are very different and well stipulated, clearly stipulated for every office order.
As a matter of fact, where is the main workstation of the 9 MPs of Meru? Is it in Meru or here at the parliament buildings?
It's here at the parliament buildings in Nairobi.
Do you know any reason why a member of parliament in Meru, while doing their duties, say in this chamber or the other one, will suddenly hear that the governor is saying nasty things about them in some rally in Meru?
Sorry?
Do you know any reason why the governor will be vilifying a person who is based in Nairobi and while they are doing their duty in Nairobi?
No, I'm not aware.
Paragraph 16A, count 4, you accused the governor of appointing Kenneth Moetiriongo as a chief officer without the approval of the county assembly. Did you make such an accusation, sir?
Yes.
Have you provided any evidence for it?
Yes, the evidence is in pages 271, 296, 295 to 296, 297, 299, and 301 of volume 2.
Let's go to 271. 296. The document begins at 295. Where does this document at 295 say it emanates from?
Office of the Governor.
Office of the Governor. And on the next page, do we have the appointment of this officer, Kenneth Moetiriongo?
Yes, paragraph 12.
Paragraph 12. Does that confirm he was appointed as a chief officer?
Yes, it does.
Is he appointed as a substantive or an acting chief officer?
Sorry?
Based on that document, is that an acting or substantive appointment?
It's substantive since it's not stated that he is acting.
Do such appointments require the approval of the county assembly?
Yes, as it is required by the law.
To the best of your knowledge, has the governor placed any approval of the assembly for this officer?
None whatsoever.
Let's go to 296, 297. What is the document there?
It's a document from the office of the clerk, addressed to the county secretary, that is Dr. Kiambi James Dambura Aderu, in the matter of the Constitution of Kenya 2010, the County Governments Act 2012, the County Assembly's Powers and Privileges Act 2017, and the County Assembly of Meru Standing Orders, and in the inquiry of the Sectoral Committee on Labor, Public Services, and Social Welfare, summons.
So, sir, have you provided sufficient evidence to show this person was appointed without county assembly approval?
Yes, I have.
Let's go to 16D, paragraph 16D of your impeachment motion. You accuse the governor of appointing unqualified persons, namely Kenneth Moitriongo, Edwin Mutuma Mrangeri, and Gitobun Kanata as chief officers, without competitive recruitment and recommendation of the County Public Service Board. Have you provided any evidence to show this?
Yes, I have.
Let's go to, where is that evidence, sir?
The evidence is on pages 253 to 260, 295 to 296, 322, 325, 326, all the way to 327, 331, 332, 334, 335, and 386 to 389.
Let's go to the appointment of traffic marshals. Have you provided evidence of the appointment of these officers?
Yes, I have.
The governor responds by saying that this office was regularized. And she says it was a joke. That's our response in the county assembly, isn't it?
Yes, they did.
Have we seen her in a video? Mr. Speaker, we can play the video in support of count 4. It's a brief video. That's
safari ya kuainisha mji wa Meru imeanza. Asante sana, asante na ofisi ya gavana. Kwa hivyo basi kuu ya hizi pikipiki ambazo zitakuwa kila macho, kazi kubwa ni kusaidia mji wetu wa Meru, mji wa Kuhagurwo, mji wa Maua, kutoa msongamano wa magari.
Do we see in that video, sir, the governor flagging off traffic marshals?
Yes, it's seen in the video.
Whose duty is it to establish this office?
It's the duty of the County Public Service Board to create offices under the county government's structure.
Now let's go to page 392 of volume 2. What did the County Public Service Board say about the existence of this office?
In a letter addressed to the clerk of the county assembly, in relation to the inquiry, the board or the secretary or the CEO of the Meru County Public Service Board states that the board has not employed any traffic marshals in the county public service.
But on the ground in Meru, Mr. Kari, why was this a problem so that the assembly got seized of it? What were the so-called traffic marshals doing that became of concern to the assembly?
After they were flagged off by the governor, they went around Meru town, arresting offenders and charging them fines irregularly. And there was a petition to the assembly in complaining about the creation of the office of the traffic marshals irregular.
So in summary, sir, other than the video and the document I've shown, What other pages can you refer the Senate to prove this count?
We have pages 394, 398, 409 to 412, 413.
You have, in paragraph 16G, accused the governor of having a bloated workforce. Have you provided evidence of this?
Yes, on pages 282 to 283, 309, 345 to 352, 353, 357, 359 to 362, and 362 to 382.
Let's go to page 361 to 362 and speak about a particular cadre of staff in the governor's office. How many cleaners are shown there?
That is from number 73 to 93, that is roughly 20.
Page number 73 to?
Entry number 73 to entry number 90. To entry on the next page, to entry number 111.
How many cleaners are those? Would I be right to say they are 38?
Yes, they are.
Let's see how some of these officers, styled as cleaners, how they are described on the payroll. Let's pick the officer number 111, Jamal Bundi. He has been described as a cleaner in the recruitment. Now let's go to page 379 and see his payslip. What is his designation?
He is recruited as a cleaner, but his designation is senior support staff.
So the payslip is that of a senior support staff?
Yes.
But the appointment is that of a cleaner?
Yes.
Let's pick another one. At page 381, at the bottom, what is the name of the officer?
Mr. Godfrey Mwenda Ndereti.
So this gentleman was also recruited as a cleaner, but his payslip is for what cadre?
Senior support staff.
That officer is number 103, Mr. Speaker, on page 362. Page 382, the officer there is named. There are actually two of them. I'll show him.
Miss Faith Kendi Kidinji and Miss Glory Kinya Kinoti.
Would you consider it irregular for officers to be hired as cleaners, then paid on the pay grade of senior support staff?
Sorry?
Is it an irregularity to employ persons as cleaners, then on the payroll, pay them as senior support staff?
Yes, it is an illegality.
Would you know why this irregularity has been taking place in Meru?
I believe it is for the governor to reward our cronies.
To reward our cronies?
Yes.
Let's go to count number 6. Naming a public road after her husband. Do you have any evidence of this?
Yes, I have.
Have you provided any evidence, sir, to support count 7?
Yes, on pages 442 to 443 of our volume 2.
Count number 21B, contemptuous letter to the Assembly in response to lawful summons. Do you have any evidence?
Yes, on page 301. Sorry, 311.
Open 445, the letter by chamber. I want us to see the letter that is said to be contemptuous. You earlier on told us that governors and the CECs are obliged to supply documents to the Assembly, right?
Yes.
And to honor lawful summons.
Yes, they should.
This letter at page 444 is indicated as emanating from what office? Page 444.
Office of the Governor.
And who is the author at page 445?
The Chief of Staff, stroke Governor's private secretary.
Read for us the last paragraph of that letter.
It reads, we hope the above letter